confidence booster. I wish you understand how a relationship can make you, and I'm telling you the truth, can make you great. Can make you great and successful if you get the right person. You see, even the Bible says, although it talks about the woman, he who finds a wife gets a good thing. Because when you get someone and inherit the favor before man and God, something to do with that. Sometimes if you get a wife, not a woman, just a woman, you get a wife, okay, a help, a confident booster, get a good thing. So a man, do you know what you need? A confidence booster. Most of you are dating people who are killing your dreams daily. You can do nothing because they look at you and they are like, no, they belittle you. So it becomes a part of your livelihood. Hobbies. I know they said like poles don't attract. But what do you if you're dating someone who has different hobbies that doesn't like your hobbies? For example, the time you want to go for hiking, this person dislikes hiking. And let me tell you something, the more you dislike your partner's things, the more they will find your replacement. Because they cannot do it for life alone. Everybody is looking for a partner in everything. That's why I usually take time before you settle. Because you need to know if your dislikes are their dislikes, their likes and like your likes. Because at the end of the day, you will survive their dislike for a specific period of time, and later you will come to regret and be like, nah, I cannot do this anymore. Why? Because you are forcing yourself to accept things that you are not supposed to accept at the first time. So later you will find yourself, you want to cheat or you want to break up, why? Because this person is not into what you are into. Couple etiquette. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard about bedroom etiquette, table eating etiquette, sitting etiquette, kitchen etiquette? Have you ever heard about those things? Or you're just living? Do you know there are things your partner doesn't like? There are things you don't like about your partner, about how they do their life. In reality, there are basic etiquette. Like, for example, you have to be a caring person. You need to be a kind, concerning person. All those things, okay? But sometimes, someone can be kind and caring. But their table etiquette, even in the house, it kind of make you feel like you want to vomit when they are eating because they don't have manners. And it is no. But sometimes, do you know you can teach etiquette? May I usually say, if you find someone who is caring and kind, the rest thing, if you have PSD and all that, please teach them if they have the teachable spirit. Intelligence. I tell you something. Today I want to teach you who is a fool. A fool in a relationship is someone who doesn't have either of the five: spiritual intelligence, emotional intelligence, mental intelligence, physical intelligence, and the last one I have forgotten, financial intelligence. If you marry someone who have none, you are doomed to fail. Because at the end of the day, as much as you cannot have all, you have to bring something on the table. We cannot have, both of us, we are not financially intelligent. Both of us, we don't know how to love. Okay? Both of us are mentally unstable. What are we building? How will we run our own life if we cannot manage basic knowledge? Got in the wrong. I don't know why people don't like accepting. You know, man is to err. And even the Bible says forgive 77 times, 7 times, if I'm not wrong. Because at the end of the day, you need to know you cannot be perfect. But you need to be accountable to your decision, your decisions. Or your actions. Because at the end of the day, you need to understand that this relationship, there is the time you will not accept things, you will start creating excuses, and those excuses will dent your relationship that you have built. Because most of us, when they are caught red-handed in the act of doing wrong, they start blaming the other ones, the other person, because of their own action. They start doing, I did this because you stopped doing this, you said this. Or it becomes more of a back and forth of blame game, because at the end of the day, no one wants to accept that they did wrong out of their own will. Replacement. We usually say that your replacement is better than you, but on this case, I want to talk about how long you need to take before you replace someone. Have you ever realized most of us have problems that after a relationship, we don't take time to know ourselves, to love ourselves, to cherish ourselves, etc, etc. All we do is jump from one relationship to another because we want to prove that we are wanted outside here. But the moment we jump to another relationship, we forget that the other relationship made us forget who we are. We had created a persona that fitted that relationship. So when you enter to another relationship, you are not giving thy true self to your partner, because you have not taken time to heal, to rediscover yourself, to learn and to relearn some things. So the moment you want to replace someone, please give yourself at least 3 to 6 months for your healing. Forgot about you. Have you ever met up with your ex and clearly and truthfully they kind of even forgot about you? If they remember you, they don't remember the things you did to them. Like you become like another statistics in their life. Yet you are there trying to heal, thinking that, they will come back to you. You know, they said, if you love someone, you let them go. If they come back to you, they are meant to be yours. Now you meet them, and even they cannot give you a second, and another extra second. They are like, nice to meet you, see you around. You are like, they are pretending. No. It is very possible for you to forget someone who made sense to you. Why? Because that person who forgot about you did something that you don't like doing. When you break up with someone, take time to heal. Take time to self-love, self-care. Okay? There it is when you realize, so I value myself more. But the moment you leave a relationship and jump to another, you will not forget your ex. So, let me ask you a question. Why are you looking for a partner if you have all figured out? Everything you have in your life is figured out. Because you wonder, why am I coming in a relationship with you, or why are we becoming one if you don't consult me about decision? I find things already done. You don't involve me in your businesses or in your mental ideas, in your spirituality, in your physicality. I find you even enrolled in a therapy, you enrolled in a gym session, you have a fellowship that I don't know. Why do you need a partner if you have all figured out about your life? Because some of you are in a relationship because of, let me call them benefits, because you are there to gain, not to help each other. You are not sharing anything. Your partner, you feel like you are just a shadow in your relationship. Your partner does not involve you in decision making, does not include you in their doings, and you are still there calling each other babe. Let me ask you a question. Don't you know what is called being one? Like, we are one. This relationship we are doing as one. But you find there is a moment that it takes them to involve the outside external resources, like the parents, the friends. The friends are making decision when you are there. The parents are coming with ideas when you are there. Instead, they come and sit you down and tell you, I want to do this and this. What do you think about? They only look for you when they are either crying, they are down, or they are broken. That is the moment you are being looked at. I know they say when they look at for you, remember on their time of trouble, you are a candle in the darkness. Let me tell you something. You are being used. Go to a relationship that you feel like you are part of. You are part of growth. You are growing. You are building something, the two of you. Be proud of being in a relationship. Don't be a person that is like trash. You are being used when there is need be. That's not a relationship. Following the trend.
I know in business you hear that you have to follow the trend for it to make it, but do you know a lot of businesses that stand, they stand because they were original to their vision. They don't change. The problem with couples and lovers nowadays is that they want to follow the trend. You find now, because we have online couples, we want to post our photos online for people to see. When they want to do pranks, we do pranks here to hit outside. It doesn't make sense. When people are wearing certain clothes, we want to buy them, yet we don't have food to eat. Why are we following the trend? And that's why you see, when problem comes, we cannot solve them in our relationships. Why? Because we followed something we don't know the base of. You know, when you are true to yourself, you realize when a problem comes, we know where we came from. So we can get a solution because we know the roots of something. But the problem is that with our couples, we are looking at what we can see people online doing, and then we come and try to make it in our life. But let me tell you something that will help you in your life. If you want to be authentic or make it in your life for a very long time, be your true self. Be your true self. Do things because you want to, not to impress people, not to follow their trends. Be you. Because you will be able to overcome challenges, find solutions, and you will not break up easily because you copied someone's lifestyle. They have that, and people who are posting online and giving you all these lifestyle goals, couple goals, they are showing you the positive side. So when the negative side comes, they cannot show you that. So when it affects you in your private relationship, you cannot be able to handle it. Why? Because you only copied the positive. So you don't have the finances to keep the lifestyle. You don't know how to communicate in your relationship. So you find when problem comes, you cannot solve them. Stop following the trends.